Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Mbali Talks. In today's video, I want to share with you guys a work from home opportunity that can make you up to $1,000 per month, which basically translates to about 17,000 Rand per month in South African rands. So the reason I'm sharing this opportunity is the fact that they have actually hired me recently, and I thought to myself, the application process, as much as it is a bit gruesome, which I'm going to share in the video, but it's definitely worth trying out because at least I was able to get hired. So this opportunity is called ABC Online Chat. It's basically a chat operator job that allows you to start the best English work from home chat job and chat operator jobs today. It even has apply now when you go onto their website. So we're going to go into it. This is what you basically see when you come onto the website. It's a work from home chat job. Please remember to choose native English when you come onto their tab so that you can make sure that the entire website is obviously in English and therefore you can be able to understand it. We're going to read a bit more and I will share with you guys what I actually went through with the training process to make sure that you can also apply and actually pass the training in order for you to get hired on a full-time and or part-time basis. The website says answer chat messages, get paid up to 0.08 per message, and easily earn 500 to 1,000 euros per month. Or is that pounds? But anyway, you guys get the drift. Working only a few hours a day, work whenever you want, wherever you want. We're going to come back to this apply now tab. I just want us to go in a bit more into what the website says. It says here, see what being a chat operator is all about and if it's a good fit for you. Number one question is, what exactly is being a chat operator? Chat operators must be able to discuss a wide range of topics, and the topic of the conversation may change rapidly as the customer changes. So basically the customer, the person that you chat to, gets to kind of dictate and or direct the kind of conversation that they want to have with you, which is why you're the chat operator and they're the client. Customers can choose to discuss pretty much anything. You might have conversations about family, work, relationships, hobbies, or culture. Others may talk about personal topics. The main advantage of this work is its flexibility and variability, which is why I said even if you have a full-time job and you're looking, let's say even maybe to make the 500 euros on a monthly basis, which is still half of 17,000 Rand, which gives about 8,000 Rand roughly. This is still a good opportunity for you if you want something part-time, but also it's an amazing opportunity for someone who's looking more for a full-time job because again, you are going to be getting paid up to 1,000 euros or pounds per month. I'm not sure what that denotation is, but you guys can check it out and do more research for yourself. What are your expectations? So there is no actual minimum, but we expect you to send at least 250 response messages per week. Initially, you will get that amount doing approximately 3 to 4 hours of weekly work. However, speed is a direct result of the individual operator's skill. So obviously, the more you stay on the platform and learn how to chat with customers, the quicker you're more likely to be. And obviously, you're going to be able to send even way more than 250 responses per week. The operator must comply with our quality requirements and the instructions given by our supervisors. The operator must prove their identity before starting to work with us, which is something that all chat operator jobs require because they want to make sure that first of all you're over 18 and you're actually the person who's actually registered for that account. There are many types of messages, so being fluent in the language you applied for is a must. The language that most of you are going to apply for, I don't know where you're watching this video from, but is most likely English. So you need to obviously be able to type in English, which is not a problem. However, when I went through the training, they were very specific about how you need to make sure that you type out proper and full sentences. And also the English must be more American, not necessarily that you must be doing it in slang or in short form, but it must be language that is similar to how a normal American person would actually be speaking. So that's something that you might have to Google maybe sometimes when you're talking and trying to structure your sentence as a response to a client. The next question is the training process. Training for work is simple and fast. It actually is simple and fast. All you need is a computer and an internet connection. After you've applied and have been accepted, you will receive instructions to the email address you've provided, usually within 24 hours. And this is exactly what happened to me. I applied for this opportunity on Monday, and like I said, today is Thursday, and I've already been hired. The one thing that I just need to do is obviously load up my ID verification, which is also a process that shouldn't take long. But in the training, When you receive your email that has the instructions on the kind of work that you're going to be doing, they are very strict, guys. They literally want people who are serious about this job. There's a lot of reading that you have to do in order for you to understand what their work is. That is basically part of your training. There's somewhere where you're going to read a certain paragraph and or certain questions that you need to answer even before you get to the actual evaluation test, which then happens after you're finished reading the instructions. So please be very careful with that. Don't try to rush through the wording. You're going to be very frustrated because they are going to reject your application because there are going to be things that you might find you have missed because you were trying to rush. It says you will be assigned a personal coach who will hold a small pre-interview and training session. Please ensure that you follow the instructions and material given to you by your personal coach. Again, from the email that they send you with instructions, you really need to pay attention and really be attentive when you're doing the test, because they have small tricks that are found in the text of the instructions that they give you. And if you read quickly through the text, you will not be able to pick up those small tricks. And then when it comes to the practical training that they actually give you, there's 4 stages that I actually went through, but they were very simple. When you get to the first stage, they are going to require you to answer questions from that secret text that they had put in the email. And if you're not aware, you're going to fail. We will always support you during your work and answer your questions even after training is complete. The number of messages you can write is a reflection of how well you learn the material and the messaging platform. The last question, which is obviously something we all want to know about, is the earnings, how they pay, when they pay. This is what ABC Online Chat says. Earnings will be paid on the 10th day of the month for the previous calendar month. So if you worked through January, you're going to get paid by the 10th of February. A prerequisite for the pay is that at least 55 euros is earned during the calendar month. If the previous amount is not earned, the amount paid will be transferred to the next payment date until 55 euros is earned. The earnings are paid via IBAN. It is realistic to earn approximately 500 to 1,000 euros a month by working for a few hours per day. So I'm not sure what IBAN is, but I did communicate with them to say that I will be probably getting paid through PayPal, but I also know that they have an option for you to be paid directly into your bank account. So that's a good thing for most people who feel like they cannot create a PayPal account. And then we're just going to go through a few of the things that you kind of need to know about being an ABC online chat operator. You will need an internet connection. You can work from a computer or tablet. Mobile phones are not currently supported. Even though it does say this here, I did realize that there's actually, once they've accepted you after the test, which is something that I went through, they will send you a link to download a sort of like a chat platform or a chat software. One of it is actually something that you download on an Android, which basically means it's your phone. But I think here they forgot to update to say that maybe your phone is now applicable. But either way, from where I'm standing, I think you can use both the phone as well as a laptop, which means you can actually also work from your office during the day. When you are not very busy, you can be chatting using your laptop. Flexibility. There are no assigned work shifts, so you can choose your hours and work whenever it fits best to your schedule. So you can also work just basically on weekends and make whatever minimum amount of money that you're willing to make. The time zone or your physical location does not matter. You can work whenever you want, 24/7. As much as they say the location does not matter, they do say during your training that you need to be someone who kind of is familiar with where the client you're chatting to is from. Say, for example, the client is from LA. You will need to do a bit of research on LA, maybe the types of activities that the client does, so that you can be somewhat familiar and the person doesn't necessarily feel like they're talking to someone in South Africa. Also, they are very strict about making sure that you don't expose where you're from, because that's part of your training. So you're going to discover that when you apply as part of the instructions that they're going to read to you. I cannot share a lot of things because obviously that is not allowed, but it's a very good process, I think. And it's one of those chat operator jobs that make me feel like you are not going to be subjected to some weird fantasy chat where someone is sending all these crazy things. No, it's literally people who are trying to have someone that they can talk to online as a friend. If you have fulfilled all the requirements, you start working. You can start earning the next day, which is basically the step where I'm at currently because, it's basically the step where I'm at currently because I have received and downloaded the software. So I'm literally a couple of clicks away from actually starting my job. Now we're going to come to the apply part, which is the last part. They obviously want you to put in your first name and email. I want to say apply instead of sign in here, apply. so that you, oh, fluent languages, English is the one that you're going to put. Okay, we are there. Anyway, so this account, basically, you're going to be, this is where it comes on when you say apply. Your account, where you create your account with an email and a username and a password. And then personal is where you're going to be asked to tell them a bit more about yourself, your hobbies, your likes. So obviously they know the kind of clients to link you up with. And then openings happens after they have done a bit of your interview and you've passed it, and then they show you the kinds of jobs that are now available and or the clients that you can actually start chatting to. And then review is basically what your coach does to make sure that, first of all, you're adhering to their rules and regulations as per the instructions that they sent you at the beginning. And secondly, you don't find yourself in awkward situations with clients that may not be willing to follow the instructions of keeping the site a clean space. So with all that said, I've come to the end of this video. I hope you guys I actually wish you guys well in your application, and I hope it's as quick as mine was. I will be back to review how much money I'm actually making from the platform for those who'd like to be interested. So you can stay on the channel by subscribing and liking this video. And yes, all the best. Let us keep trying to find ways in order for us to be able to make money online. Otherwise, I'm going to see you guys in the next Mbali Talks video. Cheers.